How long did this book take you, dude?
Took about like from the beginning when like 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah, because I started and I didn't even fucking take English in school.
What?
I finished high school having never read a book.
Whoa.
I had a special ed teacher read me a book about some kid who got lost in the wilderness, which I think she was like pushing me in that direction. But
Dude, were you running a lot by? Was there anyone you'd run stuff by or?
No, I made a list of everybody. It was when I was like living in New Jersey. That's how long ago it was.
Wow.
And I made a list of everyone I had ever met in my whole life. And then I made a list of everywhere I'd ever been in my whole life.
Oh.
And then I started just trying to write, and it was so bad. And then I slowly got better.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to like, at first, my first draft that I handed in, my agent was like, I can tell when you're going for a joke, because that's all I've ever written.
Yeah.
So I would like set up a paragraph where like, oh, this is gonna be a doozy at the end, and he's like, just tell the story. And so it's like funny, but it was so freeing to not have to worry about punchlines,
Of
or
course.
twists, or anything like that. Yeah.
It's like Sam.
I know. I was waiting for
That's
it.
coming.
I was gonna make a one-man show joke, but that was yeah.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
But yeah, man.
And so it just kept going, and then I guess I sold it like maybe 4 years ago, and then I finished it. So it took 4 years, and then I finished it like a year and a half ago, and then I thought I was done, and I'd hand it in, and then it would just be like slight changes, but it just took so long.
Yeah. What
And
a
then the
nightmare.
audiobook, and then it comes out in 2 days from when this airs.
Wow.
Yes.
Did you?
Hell yeah.
Were there any writers whose brains you picked for advice?
No, like I was inspired that Quinn had done it
yeah.
before.
He's got a book.
He's got a
coloring-
bunch.
the coloring
He's
book.
got a couple.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
coloring book, and then he wrote another one too.
Damn.
But I was inspired. Matt took that picture.
It's a good
Self-plug.
pick. Yeah.
And then you don't know. And the only people that I can really read is like I can read Bukowski because it's so straightforward.
Yeah.
But I can't read like flowery. So the book's written very like,
Like Hemingway sentences, tight.
that's the
Yeah.
comparison I keep getting.
Hopefully it ends the same. But I think this is going to really hit home. People who are dyslexic they're going to send you all kinds of fucked up letters.
Yeah, a lot of
With crayon.
dyslexic people that come to my shows are dyslexic people, parents of dyslexic people, and deadheads.
Wow. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
self-induced dyslexia.
Yeah.
Do you think the drugs did anything to you or no?
I don't know.
A lot of acid in his history for the folks at home.
Yeah, I took a lot of LSD, but the reason, and I always thought it was just because I was like, whatever, I felt like dirty as a teenager for taking so much drugs. But then I had a therapist be like, well, it was so miserable. Like, can you imagine going through school and you just don't know what they're fucking reading. So I would just like fake read.
Right.
And then they'd ask questions. You'd be like, it's like, when you're.
This is probably why you became a smartass.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
Because you needed some control, so the sarcasm was your control, right?
Absolutely.
Woo-wee.
Recess, I would be fucking, introduced by Johnny, and
Yeah.
I would fucking go out and be bopping and scatting at recess.
Right.
Or also just to like prove that I was smart, because you're told you're dumb, you feel dumb.
Yeah.
If you can't read and can't write, you feel stupid.
What
Of
about
course.
what about the relation to you? Because you have two older siblings, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
were they were good students, right?
Great students, yeah.
So
both.
that's got to be. I relate to this very much.
Yeah.
I mean, what did that feel like when they're pulling back good grades and you're just like,
Yeah, because
what do I do?
Yeah, you just feel like, because at first they didn't know what was wrong, so they would just say I was lazy and I was dumb, and my mom would just show up and fucking fight for me to get put to the next grade because she thought it would be devastating if I didn't go to school.
You have that great joke about about how your mom was doing your homework,
Oh, right,
and then
yeah.
the teacher was saying how bad all the homework was. I'm butchering it, and you're like, damn it, Phil is working 2 jobs.
yeah,
and
yeah,
taking care of
raising 3 kids.
Yeah, and raising
That's
3. That's
great.
a great joke.
Also, you're big into the crowd work, I feel like.
Yeah,
And that almost feels like you're smart ass. Now you're putting it to work and making money on it.
yeah. I think that's it's a weird thing because when people started, because I always did crowd work from as soon as I started comedy.
Yeah.
And I never thought anything of it just because you get it in your head. If you're dyslexic and you're bad at everything, you get it in your head that the things that you are good at, you devalue them because you're like, oh, this must just be easy if I can do it. 'Cause
Right.
you're so used. So it took me a long time to start posting clips and accepting like, oh, no, this is a skill.
Yeah. 100%. And
Besides if you watch certain people's clips. Yeah, that's not.
well, it also became popular too, and you happen to be good at it.
Well, yeah, it became popular and I'd been doing it for 19 years.
Exactly. Where it was kind of I don't want to say an afterthought. Like crowd work was always around, but it wasn't what it is now. Now crowd work.
But there were
is,
people
like,
who
make
I think
a career
were always
off it.
thought of as being good at, and Phil was one of those people. I think it would, if you're in New York, you're like Phil, Todd Barry.
Yeah, Big J.
Jay does it well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, you're selling tickets like hotcakes.
Now, yeah, after all which feels so crazy.